Dokdo are a group of small islets in East Sea, Donghae. While Korea controls the islets, its sovereignty over them is contested by Japan. Korea calls the islets Dokdo, meaning solitary island or lonely island, while Japan calls them Takeshima, meaning bamboo island. By the way, October 25th is Dokdo Day, 독도의 날. Dokdo is also known as the Liancourt Rocks, and its Franco-English name derives from a French whaling ship that came close to being wrecked on the rocks in 1849. Dokdo comprised two main islets and 35 smaller rocks. Dokdo lie in rich fishing ground that may contain large deposit of natural gas. The two main islets are called Seodo, Western Island, and Dongdo, Eastern Island, and they are 151 meters apart. The western island Seodo is larger than the eastern island Dokdo, with a wider base and a higher peak, while the eastern island Dokdo offers more usable surface area. Dokdo are situated at a distance of 216.8 kilometers from mainland South Korea and 211 kilometers from the main island of Japan, Honshu. The nearest Korean island, Ulleungdo, is at a distance of 87.4 kilometers from Dokdo, and the nearest Japanese island, Oki Island, is at a distance of 157 kilometers from Dokdo. About 49 plant species and 107 bird species and 93 insect species have been found to inhabit the islet. As of February 2017, there were 2 civilian residents, 2 government officials, 6 lighthouse managers, and 40 members of the Coast Guard living on the islet. Since the South Korean Coast Guard was sent to the islet, civilian travel has been subject to South Korean government approval. In March 1965, someone moved from the nearby Ulleungdo Island to Dokdo to make a living from fishing, who became the first person to officially live there. Later, there were others living on Dokdo. Then in 2004, Korean government gave its approval to allow 1,597 visitors to visit Dokdo. Since March 2005, more tourists have been allowed to visit there. Construction work was carried out on Dokdo, and by 2009, Dokdo had a lighthouse, a helicopter pad, and a police barracks. And both of the major Korean telecommunication companies have installed cellular telephone towers on Dokdo. Sovereignty over the island has been an ongoing point of contention in Korean-Japan relations, and there are conflicting interpretations about the historical state of sovereignty over Dokdo. Korean claims are partially based on references to an island called Usando in various medieval historical records, maps, and encyclopedias such as 삼국사기, the Chronicles of Three Kingdoms, 조선왕조실록, Annals of Joseon Dynasty, 동국여직승남, and 동국문헌비고. But Japanese researchers of these documents have claimed that the various references to Usando refer at different times to Dokdo, the neighboring island Ulleungdo, or a non-existent island between Ulleungdo and Korea.